Hello everyone, welcome to this small tutorial on how to start programming your own overlays for Rocket League using the SOS projects. This tutorial is going to assume that you already have the prerequisites being SOS plugin for Rocket League and node project SOS-WS Relay are already downloaded and installed. So let's get started before we actually start programming by setting up the relay. So open up command prompt, get that bad boy running. We're going to use the default settings here. First prompt is for actual WebSocket relay that we'll be starting. The second is the WebSocket server that Rocket League is running. So we just need to be able to connect to that. So this first message just means that this WebSocket server has been started successfully. The error is because Rocket League is not running. So let's get Rocket League up and running so that we can have our beautiful events relayed. Give it a sec while Rocket League launches itself. Just going to create a bot match here. Bot match all-star. We can turn off on contact. Polish. Well, we want unlimited time, no max score, so that's good. All-star bots so that they score again. Then we just go into spectator. BakkesMod is not running, so that's always helpful. So BakkesMod is running now. Relay should connect any second. Maybe. There it is. Rocket League has finally connected. Get started on coding. So just start off with our basic HTML declarations. Make things easier, I'm going to also pull in the jQuery library so that we can access our DOM element a little bit easier than vanilla JavaScript. So this is just the latest jQuery version available. We're also going to create our styles tag that we will later. Finally, our body. So here we're just going to be creating a nice, easy score bug to go on top of the game. So let's create that DOM structure, starting with a wrapping div score bug. Inside of that score bug, we want the actual table to hold that team information. So the top row, that's going to be left. Bottom row be team. Team left in this case corresponds to blue. Team right is orange. So H, our header, in this case will be our team name. Data point, score. Copy those over to the second team. You can pre-fill these out just to show that they are visible. Now we can add a little bit of style. This is not going to be anything too crazy, but just something so that it looks decent. Durable as it's going to look anyway. So this is just our basic, our whole score bug wrapper. Absolutely. About 15 pixels off the top, and from the left 30 pixels. Text color should already be black, but we're going to make it black just in case. Font size of 20. Font family. Make it Arial. So now if we open our web browser, which is where we plan on doing all of this in the first place, so that we can test it, it'll look something like this. Doesn't look exactly pretty. We'll change the body to black. So here's our little score bug. Not exactly pretty, but it works. We'll move the body. Also set this up in OBS so that we can see it in action. Game capture, capture Rocket League. Now we got Rocket League. On top of that, we're going to have our browser. This is going to be the same link that you just copied. You don't have to check local file, but it never hurts. 1920. You can see that we have our little score bug there. What we can actually do to make it bigger without actually making it bigger, resize this browser. It's going to be a little bit fuzzy, but this is just for demonstration purposes. So now we want to see the score bug actually in action. So using our console here, we're going to add a little bit of code. Add a script tag. This is another little piece of code that I've written. I'll make this available through a link somewhere, probably in the YouTube video description. But you'll just copy this code, use the button right here, and paste that in there. Then reformat it for pastes in really weird sometimes. So this code is how we're going to actually connect to that WebSocket server. So we're going to not do anything too fancy. Using jQuery, when the page is completely loaded, we're going to initialize the WebSocket server. And this is the same port that the actual relay is running on. So 4932 by default with debug true. So what this debug true boolean means that we'll receive the events in the relay itself, or in the description. Console, not description. That's the word. So we've received our connected event, and Rocket League is happily background. So you might notice where we haven't actually received anything, any of these game updates. So in order to do that, we actually have to register a function by subscribing. We're going to subscribe to want to subscribe to should have been a replay start and I don't see a goal. Odd. We're just gonna do update state for each. So the way you find these events, you look at the relay, the words before the semicolon go in this parameter, after it goes in this one, called a channel and event. Then we're also going to set a callback. So in our callback, we're just going to log what's coming to us. So now refresh the page. Ah, I forgot. Windows does this beautiful thing where if you select in here, it just pauses the window. So if you ever select in there, just make sure that you've unpaused it by pressing enter. Anyway, now we can see that our console is filling up with all this beautiful stuff. So just pick one, look at the data that's coming into it. In this case, since we're updating the score bug, we want to update score, which will be game, teams, and indexed 0, 1 array. 0 will always be left or blue team, 1 will always be right or orange team. So using jQuery, we can just do a nice and easy class search for score bug, team left, and score. So score bug, left, and score. Then next, we will update using the uh, sorry, this is a bad example. This is the actual debug output. We want to use the console output because that's what you will be seeing uh, in this D object. So we want game teams 0, 6, or sorry, and then score. So I'm going to keep this up on another monitor so it's a little easier. Sorry, game score. And I've copied this down here, accommodate for this right one. Now, on every tick, we should be updating for this score bug. We go over to Rocket League, or our OBS window here, and press on Properties, and refresh cache. Now we'll see the updates here. Let's see if the bots score so we can see the update in real time. As saw, the blue team updated since blue team scored, so they're now tied 7-7. That's pretty much the gist of it. Subscribing to events and reacting to those events using callbacks. There's a lot of complexity that can be done with this, such as pause this, scroll up, we have replays, replay end, pre and post countdowns. Generally you want to use pre, but sometimes you will need to use post. Replay start, stat feed events. The stat feed will give you all of the events that happen in the top right of the Rocket League screen. You won't get any center balls or uh, bicycle kicks, I believe. There's quite a few that a spectator client simply won't receive, but that's the gist of it. Like right here, you got the shot and then save. All these would be showing up in that stat feed event over here on the left. But that is the general idea. It's not too complicated to get started. It's mainly a matter of just styling these beautiful tables, or however you decide to build it, and making them look good for the audience. If you have any more questions, please message me on Discord. I'll try to reply. If I don't reply within a day or two, message me again. Otherwise, definitely check out the other SOS projects because there's some cool stuff like the Twitch bot. This allows you to connect to a Rocket League or to a Twitch channel and do stuff like vote tallying. So you can have on-screen overlays reacting to those super easily. So make sure to check out what's available. Let me know if you have any problems. Have fun programming.